House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has become the most senior American leader in decades to meet with Taiwan's president on U.S. soil. The leaders met yesterday at the Reagan Library in California, despite strong protests from China, which considers the island part of its territory. Speaking after the meeting, Taiwan's president said she was grateful for the U.S. support.
It is no secret that today, the peace that we have maintained and the democracy which have worked hard to build are facing unprecedented challenges. I reiterated Taiwan's commitment to defending the peaceful status quo. Taiwan is grateful to have the United States of America by our side as we confront the unique challenges of our time.
NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles joins us now, along with foreign correspondent Janis Mackey Frayer, who's in Beijing. Good morning to you both. So, Ryan, I want to start with you. First, can you just walk us through yesterday's meeting? What exactly did both leaders discuss?
Well, what they really talked about, Zingle, was the continued commitment that the United States has to developing a very careful relationship with Taiwan. Of course, the U.S. does have a strict adherence to the one China policy, which dictates that China is in control of Taiwan, but at the same time wants to allow Taiwan to exist as a democratic state. And you heard Kevin McCarthy talk about a lot of things, and that includes the sale of weapons to Taiwan as something that the United States plans to continue to do. Take a listen to McCarthy's remarks.
We must continue the arms sales to Taiwan and make sure such sales reach Taiwan on a very timely basis. Second, we must strengthen our economic cooperation, particularly with trade and technology. Third, we must continue to promote our shared values on the world stage.
And I want to point out the people standing behind Kevin McCarthy in that shot. There were a number of Democrats. This was certainly a bipartisan congressional delegation to meet with the Taiwanese president, a signal that the United States government, both Republicans and Democrats, continue to support Taiwan's effort to have at least some level of independence separate from China.
And Janis, I want to bring you in here. We know Beijing, not surprisingly, has condemned this meeting. Tell us a bit more about that reaction and whether or not we should be bracing for any retaliation in the Taiwan Strait.
Well, Chinese officials were condemning the meeting before it even happened, issuing the threats of retaliation that you would expect, accusing the U.S. of, quote, conniving to support Taiwan independence by hosting this meeting on American soil. You'll recall last summer when Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, there were unprecedented Chinese military drills in response. They effectively blockaded the island. There's the possibility that that could happen again. But for now, it appears to be a restrained response. There is some activity in the area. There's a Chinese aircraft carrier in the region, as well as Chinese jets flying over the strait. But officials in Beijing today almost scoffed at the idea that there would be this massive military response. And they've hinted at Beijing using a different playbook. And it's why it's important in looking at the reaction to widen the lens, so to speak, on everything else that was happening here today with high-profile visits and China really trying to position itself as more of a global diplomatic player.
And Janis, obviously, this is in the context of already strained relations between the U.S. and China. So what are the implications here for the United States?
Well, China had warned that there could be severe implications for the U.S.-China relationship, which is already at a low. There are no talks on any issue between the U.S. and China, not even climate change. You contrast that with what has been a parade of high-profile visitors to Beijing over the past couple of weeks. The leaders of Germany, Brazil, Spain, the foreign ministers from Japan and New Zealand, and today, French President Emmanuel Macron arriving for a 3-day state visit. He's down the street right now having dinner with Xi Jinping. He'll have 6 hours of private meetings with Xi, and in that time he wants to use it to be able to influence Xi Jinping to use his clout with Vladimir Putin to bring about an end to the war in Ukraine. I talk about all of this because it's important to show that there are now several countries that are approaching China differently than the U.S. in trying to forge ahead with relations.
Brian, Janis, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.